to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Let's go, D.
Here's 2nd and 8. Space to maneuver at the 40. This one caught by Davis. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
41-yard line.
Back to throw again. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Albert Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the the touchdown. Here's Rosas on to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. DeAndre Washington, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast and in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Tua now on first down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Dante Hightower on the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving forward.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's a toss right side for Breida. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Looking to pass. Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Down pass. Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll air this one out for Mims, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. Look at this spin.
Balance.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Dolphins.
Here's Tua. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
It's 2nd down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the pressure gets to him again. Gerald McCoy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 and 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here comes Grant on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On second down, a run with Breida. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
John Franklin.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Jets 14. Dolphins nothing. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Tua on target here to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down, Dolphins.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, it's Tua. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drop. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips. Just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, you have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
To Matt Breida.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And it's caught by Parker. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
For a quarterback, there's two sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
14. Albrecht Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosazon to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide.
And now look at him go. The 30, 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown.
DeAndre Washington. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Nick Needham picks it off. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Dave Parker.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, Tua able to find Shaheen here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Breida. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
The ball carrier.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe he starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders now to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Great start to the 2nd quarter, better than 30 yards. But what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
1 yard gain. Brings
on 2nd down, it's Jones.
At the
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do it with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tua going to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Ryan Kerrigan. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Third down.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 42 yards out. Rosas' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Looking to pass. Tua going deep here for Parker. That's caught inside the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A wide receiver carry for Parker. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now Tua. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. This is still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Number 30,
Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And able to find Dorsett. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back to throw. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Jets 31, Dolphins 28. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down, Miami.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away